Responsibility as this pure lockdown in this matchup. Fab has been fantastic. Maybe the best point guard performance we've seen before Radiant just went off one game ago, and the Pacers will start with it first.
You got one of the best point guards going up against one of the best pure locks that we have in the game. So it's just any time that you put these guys on the court together, because you know Wolf is going to have that excitement. You know it's going to be a great game all around. So I'm excited to see how that's going to play. But obviously the focus on Profusion as well. Who's going to be guarding him? Do they end up putting Ramo onto it, or are they going to keep Switzer guarding him in the one-on-one?
2-0. Winner moves on to the semifinals. They'll face the winner of Bucks and Heat. That matchup's coming up next.
Well, like I see it, Ramo is going to be guarding Profusion out there, so that gets the length. And obviously doesn't have the rim protecting in his build, but still going to be enough to guard it. I think that is kind of the best thing to do, just to be safe. With Ramo playing that when you know he has a lot of experience when it comes down to playing the defensive side of things. But also shouldn't anyway be caught with a lot of these cuts. Wizard has had back-to-back buckets. I mean, they're trying to play the strategy to try to work him in early, just getting some easy points, and then try to get him his takeover. Something we saw plenty of times.
4:49. Still to go here in the first. It's early. Whatever the issue is, they got it ironed out. Here we go. Thumbs up all around. Everybody's ready to go. Fab working on Wolf. Talk about a matchup for the ages. And Profusion. That's one thing you worry. You know, we talk about the link.
Yeah, catching him on that first step will be the ultimate killer of you. As soon as you see him go one way, if you're just able to time it right, you're going to get right by him to get an easy layup, or you might even get a stop and pop midi, because you know he's going to fully commit to going straight down into the lane.
4. Nearly over going. Fab and
appreciate you, Scott. I do indeed. My boy Jeremy Study Astacio is in the building right there. Call of Duty royalty. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, I'm out here watching some 2K League.
Yep.
You know, Call of Duty World League analyst here. I love 2K, man. You know, when I'm not playing Call of Duty, this is what I'm playing.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know you said you kept up with it last year. Now, who was your favorite team?
My favorite team last year definitely was the Knicks.
Right.
You know, I'm New York, so it's got to be, you know, I was watching Goofy. Talks a lot of smack, and I like that. I like that out of a player.
Now, I know one of your favorite players is actually in the game right now. If you could touch on that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Wolf. He's like, he's my brother's girlfriend's cousin, so we're like second cousins. We talk all the time, man. I've been watching him play 2K all the time, and I know he be putting in that work, so I'm just happy he's up here doing it on the main stage.
So I had to put you on the spot. We got Pacers taking this one? The house
I'm going with Pacers, man. Home team, you know, New York. He's got to be related to me, so he got to take it on this one.
All right, guys, you never know who's going to stop by in the 2K League. Appreciate you coming up.
So good to see him. He dropped by the league last year for the opener, and that's when your worlds start colliding, Dirk. A little COD, a little 2K.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be working on the same broadcast as that man ever again, but, you know, he's got to come infiltrate my world just a little bit, because I infiltrated his at the start of the year just for a quick second. But, yeah, it's always good to see now, but he's a man who's beat me plenty of times in 2K for some money, but me and Wolf have actually pulled up and on the park quite a bit and kind of dropped him off live on stream. You know, we're not stream sniping or anything here, but we kind of were.
10-10. All tied up after the delay. We're back at it. And Ramo in and out. Fab with the board. He's on the break. You're playing for 120K. Want the game to be exactly what you anticipated to be, in Profusion. Too strong.
You have to mention, too, they have given the timeouts back to him since they were all used for just technical purposes, so it's going to be basically they had none left, because they weren't actually for strategic timeouts, is because they just wanted to take some time and actually be able to wave down the admins to report the issue.
Yeah, they fouled and it didn't, so they had to pretty much reset the entire game up with all the stats and scores and everything. So 12-2 early. Appreciate your patience out there on Twitch and YouTube. I'm glad we're back to action here in game 3 of the day. Quarterfinal number 3. Profusion. Gets it to Fab. Back to Profusion. Can't hit the trifecta. Swizz. And
remember, we did start off the game of what the score was in a previous one, but in the box score, it went for 4 points total in there. Can't remember off the top of my head, but
Yeah, he had started the game with 4. So our stats are going to be a little off.
People asking if players got the warning. It looked like it was towards the beginning part that was Ramo and Mel that got slapped with the warnings, but
sure.
Do you live with this? I mean, this is going to be the same way Celtics played in the group stage where Profusion was chucking up a lot of shots. I mean, he didn't get that 30. 30 easy was against the Pistons. The rest of the other 30 had to work for it just a little bit more. And if he's going to shoot like that, the Pacers a lot. The only time when he does get patient, he likes to take it inside. We've already seen a few contested. And here's the baseline play that we talk about Ramo's known for even when he's playing in Prime. He'll either try to back down a bit or try to find somebody in the open cut.
Beezus. Gives it to Ramo. Push it down on Mel East. Swizz. And there's a foul. Just a 3-point ball game. Make it 4. Second shot's up and it's good. 2 for 2 from the stripe. 2 of the best shooters in the league facing off here between Profusion and Swizzer. And then you got the battle of Fab and Wolf. Profusion! Fab has found him time and time again throughout these first couple games.
Yeah, we always talk about the archetype, and yes, it is a sharpshooting primary, but that shot creating kind of gives it an extra boost of athleticism, so it can be really a double threat when it's on the court. We've seen somebody catch lobs, get a lot of cuts, go straight up with dunks as well.
So that'll be Ramo going to the stripe, looking for his first points. Over in a trade with Detroit here in the offseason. A lot of people thought it was a steal. No autographs. Against the buzzer, no. Quarterfinal number 3. Magic are in, 76ers are in the semifinals. We're just waiting to see. Will it be Pacers or Celtics, Bucks or Heat? That's the matchups that's coming up next. Fab working against no autographs. Pick and roll. And the lob. Fab gets the board. That'll reset things. 10 on the shot clock. Profusion. Ramo's been all over him. Takes a step back.
Oh, you gotta be patient.
Scored 30 in back-to-back games. Intel player of the game. Both time for the Celtics. Currently has 5 points. Matty. Lobs it up to Wolf. Saturday. And that gives the Pacers a 6-point lead. Fab. Kicks across to Profusion. Working on Ramo. Ramo yelling at him. Profusion can't get the offense rebound, and Ramo will start the break. Bully jumps in the passing lanes.
You're seeing the main 2 supplies of offense being completely slowed down. You knew Fab was probably going to be out of the equation with a matchup of Wolf. The Profusion, he's been slowed down by Ramo as well. Cut, finding the opening. Oops are always a safe bet when you got somebody athletic to catch him.
Celtics cannot hit. That is well off the mark by Fab. They are 2 of 10 from long range. Still just a 2-possession game. Matty. Back out to Ramo. Swizz.
Oh, y'all be
Gets it to Matty. Into the paint, there's a block shot.
Perhaps and force the switch to where Wolf actually ended up having to guard Profusion so Fab can try to work out a little bit. And you have to remember, Ramo is not on the rim protector at the 4. He's on the rebounder. So you can still try to break him down a little bit. And Fab has not been shy when coming down to using his dribble moves either. But you see they're still going with the same thing. They're just trying to relying on Profusion to get the decks. And he is finding openings to be completely
now. Brings us back to within 3. Now it's going to be a close ball game when the Pacers are involved. And Ramo steps up. Fab. Able to get to the elbow. Over to Perfusion. And he's got 11. He's kind of shaking his hand there. I don't know if it's too hot. Cramp. Autograph steps in front of Beezus. And there's a foul.
There's only a select few big men who look to attack instead of just going for the pass back. Ramo's one of them. He's one of the guys who does it with success almost every single time he even attempts to do it. Whether he just goes straight on in, he has the decision making when he does need to hop step or Euro step.
Fusion. He's hit back-to-back threes. Got the switch. Lobs it up to no autographs. Back to Perfusion. Skips across the foul.
That is great.
Look at that defense.
Final pass. You could see that one from a mile away that was going to end up coming over towards that side. That's just Pacers defense right there. It's what you get when you have two leaders on the defensive end, and Wolf and Ramo communicating effectively each and every time.
Perfusion. Backdoor cut.
Lakers. And early, they were killing when we had the first part of this game before we had to go to the reset. It was killing them there as well.
A Perfusion now with 13. Swizz. Fab jumps in. (22-20). All the players are 90 overalls. This is a esports build just for the league that we play on Alienware computers. And there is a takeover three by Perfusion. He can't hit.
Trying to hide it from people, so you did the perfect idea. If you are Perfusion, you get the ball and then you quickly pop the badge and you get
like when your mom shows up or the teacher looks at you in school. No, I'm good now. It's all good. Head admin came over to top left, Ramo in the top right. Keeping a close look at him with a 1:10 to go here in the half. He said, that's why you got traded, Dirk.
the dagger, right?
That's pretty tough. But I want to bring it back to the facts. I think Mel East is averaging like 1.5 a game. Swizard.
He's 0 for 1. That's on a jump shot, which has never been his specialty. He's usually a guy who likes to get everything done down low. And for Ramo, it's going to be a back and forth affair, but now it's going to be Mel East guarding Swizard. I think it allowed him to get a little bit too much. He's got the rim protecting, so he can try to go for the pickpocket, get some steals up there as well.
Swizz continues to perform well. He's got 11 points. (24-20).
And this right here is going to open up so much of the floor. Perfusion, yeah, he has the badge, but he also becomes a playmaker more, even in this instance. He can put up some shots. Wow. He could have been made a playmaker, but so many people tend to overplay the badge, and that was great defense by Ramo to close out on it. That's one of the things when you put that build on a 6'8", they're going to end up hitting some shots like that, even if it doesn't look like it.
And still loose, and the Seas will win the tip. Perfusion with 16 points in the half.
That's crazy.
Well on the way to his average. Averaging 33.5 for the tournament so far. Back to Fab. Can't hold it for the last shot. Gets a Perfusion. No autographs on the big board, and he'll lay it in before the half, and they got a 1-point lead.
DJ definitely in his bag. He really has been all weekend long. I mean, he hit us with the remix too, not the original, one that just released like a day ago. Billy Ray Cyrus back on the old horse. It's officially a country song now, by the way, too. It can go into country billboards.
35-32. Perfusion. Get into the paint. Terrible pass. It's a turnover. Here comes Indiana. Wolf.
Confidence, too. Well, on that shot, I should say. Of course, he'll be confident against the dunks and alley-oops.
He was talking about the DJ dropping some good tunes, man. Definitely got the chat feeling it. I know Dirk gets excited every time Country Road comes on, but I just want to let the DJ know he's doing a good job.
You got the
chat,
song wrong. It's Old Town Road.
Whatever, man.
You said Old Town.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
That's an L spam for you in the chat, Phil.
Well, you know what? I'll take it, man. Just keep playing those tunes. See ya.
37-34. Press F in the chat for Phil.
Pay your respects.
37-34, 3-point game. Beezus, who's been quiet. What a putback that didn't go there by Ramo. Ramo's played well. He's got 7 points. Sounds low, but this has been a stingy ball game. Both teams with amazing team defense. Fab is all alone, and he knocks it down.
The one time where you don't want to have a big lapse in defense. And again, that's one of those things where if you're Fab, you don't think you're going to be that wide open. 2 seconds go by, you finally decide to let it fly.
So is there a game late answer?
Look how many threes. The Pacers, they've only put up 3 threes in this game so far. I mean, that's not even including the break. They only got 2s.
I think Phil's thinking of that song, Country Roads, Bring Me Home, West Virginia. That's the guy I see Phil up there.
He's down for.
Starting to get things going.
And this is the tough part about it is when you have Lord Beezus being on the center playing in the pick and roll defense. We've seen so many put the rim protector on it. That's to cut that off so he's able to get back in time. Just because you're so much slower on the center and Fab is so much, they're going to end up dribble driving to you, which you're never going to, right? You always want to play sides because you're sitting there, okay, well, if my luck gets beat, I got to be the guy to step up on the 3. So it's always tough, and that's how we saw Fab had a lot more speed in down low each and every single time and getting some dunks and doing some hop steps too.
So 40-39. Ramo at the top of the key. Gets it off to Swizz. Back to Ramo, 2-hand jam. Fab. Starting to come alive here in the 4th. Perfusion, still shooting. He's got 19. 42-42. Every time you think Indiana is going to open this game up, the Celtics have been there to answer. What a ball game. Matty scooping a score. I got to know who the chat has. Give me a 1 for the Pacers, 2 for the Celtics. Who's going to close this thing out and move on? So a big shout out to those on YouTube. Our first time broadcasting live to YouTube, even though we have a ton of content over there.
Oh my!
The world may be coming to an end. Melly yelled green on a jump shot. I don't think I've heard that before. We saw the one that he hit earlier, so that'll make it back-to-back threes and the ones that he's attempted.
I mentioned we reset the game there, so we lost just a tad bit of stats at the start of that ball game. It was just an 8-2 ball game at that point, right? 8-2, 8-4, 8-4, I believe. It's taken a lot of shots to get to that point, but they're up by 1.
I thought it would be the answer with Ramo playing the defense on him, but still he's doing a lot of the same stuff, and he's confident when it comes down to pulling it. And it's been such a back and forth affair between these 2 teams, usually answering each of their shots. We were tied. Leads keep on getting exchanged over and over and over again. Just got to make sure here. You see Perfusion just dexing back and forth at your face, and you have no chance of tipping the ball.
Swizzer with 12 points. Perfusion with 22. Knocks down the first. He's got 6 points. Misses the second. That was a huge miss, by the way. Up ahead to Matty, and we're tied at 49.
Two watchers, sorry, only the Celtics have a foul to give here, so if you're the Pacers, hands in your pocket, bumping up the court. Trying to force in 8 seconds, but I mean, they're doing such an excellent job of just getting the ball up every single time. But that right there probably drained his stamina down quite a bit.
Wolf, well, that pure lock causing problems. Perfusion, trying to get some space. Gets into no autographs. Still leads to the points.
It's the miscommunication between Beezus and Ramo right there. Beezus should have just committed, and Ramo should have went straight down and towards the paint, because that's what Perfusion's trying to do. He's being patient, because if Beezus sags off a little bit, I'm honestly surprised he didn't even end up shooting the ball there, because we've seen him do that so many times.
Ramo backing down Perfusion.
Oh, wow.
Up and under. And they got to call time. Little time on a Saturday to take a break, get something to eat, and come back for some more 2K. Shot clock running down. Maddie's got to put it up. Back of the rim, no good. And Beezus with a huge board, and he ties it up at 50.
We've seen some big plays too. You remember go back to the group stage.
Over there watching some WWE at the Barclays Center. Well, he's missing a good battle right here. Final possession of regulation if they want it. Fab, guarded by Wolf. 14 on the clock now.
And I know Wolf's just kind of waiting for this pass back over towards no autographs. They're not even going to go for it. I mean, no stamina drain just from holding it.
Fab to the rack. Off, gets his own rebound. Goes to no autographs for the win. And timeout with a timeout. They'll move it past half court. Beezus will pass it in. It's got to be a catch and shoot. Rainbow all alone for the win. No! They had a wide open look. They left him alone, and Ramo cannot hit the game winner. And Perfusion gives thanks to the 2K gods.
I got a bitch, I call it Tiffany. I always say that she's to me. No, I'm lying because we used to be so close. Now it seems we enemies. In a situation we ain't supposed to be. Wanna say fuck it, you get close to me. Even though I'm wildin' and you know I'm lying, I'm just trying to be the man I'm supposed to be. Cause I don't wanna be alone again. Broken on the bottom on my own again. I know you're tired of the way I'm living life, but I'm just trying to get back in my zone again.